or it's okay to do these things, and it's not wrong, it doesn't make me this type of person, this makes me a sexual person, a sexual animal, and that's it. So I've gotten those kind of responses, and it makes me feel good. You know, again, a lot of that is not my personal research, but I still feel that I'm happy to be able to put out these positive images of women, even though some of them may not think that they're truly positive, because they're so sexual. But, you know, women like sex too, and it's a part of life.
On reading Dangerous Pleasures, again, in terms of the characters who are quite positive in these books, and looking around in England at other role models who fulfill some of the things that your characters do, the protagonists in there do. And I don't meet many women who are in quite interesting positions, in whether they're in their own companies or in a company or in a corporate organisation where they can be running their own yoga studio and being able to go here, there and everywhere and do their own, be in control of their lives. Mm-hmm. and especially right now where people are feeling really sort of downtrodden and looked down upon from a height by different people. Mm-hmm. Do you find that when you're writing about your characters, you said that with Bliss it was semi-autobiographical, autobiographical, but with Dangerous Pleasures, is it easy for you to look across the landscape and find these men and women who are so strong and so powerful in terms of being able to be role models? Was that intentional for them to be almost role models to other people?
Sort of. I grew up as an adult in the Atlanta area, and in Atlanta there are so many wonderful black people doing everything. You have black CEOs, you have black janitors, you have black lawyers, black accountants, and black business owners. So there was never a shortage of black role models on the landscape in Atlanta. And so I felt that I connected with these people, and I liked the idea of putting them in fiction, because I've read a few books, and I know right now we're doing a lot of, in the States, we're doing a lot of sort of like ghetto fiction, and that's valid as well, because that is a part of life. People live in the ghetto, people live these kinds of lives. But I also wanted to show, these black people, they own their own companies. Yes, absolutely. They are lawyers, they are accountants, they do professional work, and they are role models. So why not put them in fiction doing other things, So it's easy to see that there, and I know that that's not not to say that that's not the norm, but I know that's not everyone's life. But I saw that every day in Atlanta, and so I wanted to put that in my fiction.
In terms of your characters being very cutting edge, going to try different types of sexual practice or going to particular clubs, etc., in the novels that you have written, is that, again, not all of that could have been was from your head. Surely that wasn't all in your head that you did that. You must have gone to visit, I don't know, whether it's fetish shows or Ann Summers to do the research from
I've been to a few clubs and been in a few scenes. Yeah, I have. I'm a big voyeur. I love to watch people.
And isn't it amazing to be able to see the types of people who go to some of these places as well. I was quite privileged to go to somewhere in Birmingham actually earlier this year, and it just amazed me basically to be able to see people just feeling very, this is me, this is who I am, and I'm just going to enjoy myself and shop, and I'm going to wear my outfit, and there was myself and some other ladies on a hen night, and we were just like, some of us were in, wow, and some of us were like, oh my gosh, sort of thing, but it was an experience. But it's almost like everybody should come and experience this side of life, this, not dark side, but something where they would be educated and perhaps feel more freedom when they were going about their everyday business. Do you think that people probably restrict themselves? Or do you think that everybody has got an interesting side, not a dark side, but an interesting side to them when you're sitting on the bus? Or when you're, when you're observing people and taking these
Right. I think everyone has an interest. Whether or not they follow it, that's another matter. But I think everyone has an interest in something that they feel they're not supposed to. And I think it's good for each one of us to explore in some way this other side. Whether you want to go and just watch, or whether you want to go and participate, or whatever sort of level of involvement you want. But I feel it's important to explore these things. Explore them and find out, do you like it? Do you think it's ridiculous? Do you think it's, embarrassing? Or do you think it's for you? I think it's very, very important. And as women, too, and for men, I think it's important for us not to limit ourselves by what society tells us we should want, should do, shouldn't want, shouldn't do, and find out for ourselves, okay, this is the kind of life I want, or I want to get more than, the parent-teacher night and the, having dinner with the girls. I want more than that in my life. Just go ahead and see if you like it, and if so, then have at it. I think it's important to explore.
Now, you're going to read from your first novel.
I know.
Which section is it? You go ahead.
Okay, I'm going to read a tiny, tiny section, and when I asked what to read, I should read something juicy. So I'm going to try not to scandalize anyone. So go ahead and scandalize what we said. That's what they're here for. All right then. Well, we'll see then. All right. So I'll read from Bliss, my first book, and in this scene, Bliss Sinclair, she goes by Sinclair, is seeing this woman named Regina, and Regina is the catalyst for a lot of things that happen in her life. And so they have been dating for a while, and Regina had taken her to a sex club and, was doing things that she wasn't quite ready for. And then she leaves her. She's angry. Bliss goes home, and Regina comes to her apartment to apologize. And this is where I'm going to begin reading from page 50. Regina was dressed in softer clothes than before. Blue jeans and a simple, long-sleeved shirt. Her hair hung loose around her face, and she smelled clean, like she'd just arrived from her shower. "I'm so sorry, Sinclair." She presented a bouquet of bright yellow daffodils, as if she were performing a magician's trick. "I was being a pushy bitch. Forgive me." "Come in." Sinclair stepped aside. "Oh, you look nice," Regina murmured, looking at Sinclair's long t-shirt and bare legs. She smiled. "I was in bed." "You're not in a forgiving mood, are you?" "Not especially." Sinclair took the flowers and walked to the kitchen to put them in a tall glass. Regina followed. The loud splash of water rushing from the spigot filled the silence. "Even if I grovel?" Regina dropped gracefully to her knees on the tile floor. "Even if I beg?"